What made an entire community of parents riot? When I picked up my 8-year-old son Ethan from school, he was sitting in the office with wet pants, shaking, and wouldn't make eye contact. His fingernails were bloody from scratching at something. The secretary said he'd had a difficult day. When we got to the car, Ethan finally whispered, "Dark room again, mommy." I thought he meant time out, but then I saw the raw marks on his wrists. Ethan, an autistic child who usually never stops talking about dinosaurs, hadn't said another word. He wet the bed 3 times that night, something he hadn't done in years. I started asking questions. Ethan's aide, Miss Patricia, said he'd been acting out and needed behavioral intervention, but when I pressed for details, she got defensive. I decided to drop by school unannounced at lunch. The principal said he was in his calm down space and that I couldn't see him. I threatened to call the police. They brought Ethan to me after 45 minutes, but something felt wrong. That afternoon, I gave Ethan my old phone with a recording app. If they put you in the dark room again, press the big red button. 3 days later, I finally got it. 4 hours of audio. I felt sick. Crying, begging, scratching sounds, followed by long stretches of silence. You could hear him asking for the bathroom, for water, for his mom, but the worst part was hearing the adults. "Get in there, Ethan. Stop being dramatic." And location clues. Take him down to B12. Make sure the janitor's closet by the boiler room is empty. Armed with this information, I knew I had to see this room myself. The next week, I waited in the parking lot until the fire alarm went off for their monthly drill. While everyone was filing out to the soccer field, I slipped in through the side door near the gym that they always prop open. I made my way down to the basement, my heart pounding as I followed the signs to the boiler room. There it was, a door marked B12 storage. The scratches on the inside were at child height, a bucket in the corner, the smell of urine. I took photos of everything. Other parents started approaching me in the parking lot after they overheard me asking questions. My daughter said kids disappear during class. My son mentioned screaming from the basement. One mother showed me photos her older child had drawn in therapy, a stick figure in a black box labeled the bad kid room. I scheduled an emergency IEP meeting. I came prepared with photos of the room, the marks on my son, and written statements from other parents. The principal, Mr. Davidson, sat there with the school district lawyer. "Mrs. Cooper, we have protocols for managing disruptive behavior. This is a standard quiet room." I slammed down my son's diagnosis papers. "He's autistic, not disruptive. He has sensory processing disorder. Locking him in a dark closet is torture." The lawyer spoke up. "No one is locking anyone anywhere. This is a voluntary cool-down space." I pulled out my phone and showed them a video another parent had taken of a teacher physically dragging a struggling child to that room. "Voluntary?" The lawyer's face went pale. Mr. Davidson cleared his throat. We'll need to review that footage." I stood up, my hands shaking with rage. "Review it? That's my baby you've been torturing. He's 8 years old." My voice cracked. "He still sleeps with a dinosaur nightlight, and you've been locking him in a pitch-black closet like he's some kind of animal." The room was silent. Miss Patricia wouldn't even look at me. That's when I went nuclear. I called CPS from the meeting room. "I need to report systematic child abuse at Central Elementary. Multiple autistic children are being locked in isolation rooms without food, water, or bathroom access." The principal's face went red. "Mrs. Cooper, this is extremely inappropriate." I cut him off and pulled out my phone. "You know what? Let's see what the other parents think." I opened the parents' WhatsApp group. 247 members. I uploaded the audio file. "This is what they do to our special needs kids." My son Ethan begging for water. The principal lunged for my phone. "You can't share that. It's confidential school matters." But it was already sent. My phone was vibrating nonstop. "What the hell is this?" "Calling my lawyer right now. Everyone come to the school immediately." Parents were sharing the audio to other groups, the PTA Facebook, the District Parents Coalition, the Special Needs Support Network. Through the conference room window, I could see parents storming through the front entrance. The secretary's hands were shaking as she pressed buttons on her desk phone, while parents pushed past her desk and filled the narrow hallway outside the conference room. The district lawyer stood up and opened the door, trying to project calm authority, but 3 fathers immediately